So dudes have been getting high for thousands of years. We've found traces of alcohol residue in vessels and poppy seeds and skeleton teeth from 3,000 to 5,000 years BC. We've found the alkaloids of peyote on sites from South Texas through Central America thousands of years ago. We've found drawings that depict mushrooms and psychedelic experiences. Researchers and scientists have also discovered cannabis seeds burnt into ceremonial pottery. And in South America, we've discovered cocaine metabolites in mummies from thousands of years ago. This world is no stranger to drugs. In fact, drugs have been here probably long before humans. But in most recent history, we find times where drugs have had a serious impact on events, societies, global economics, and just people and individuals in such a negative way. And behind this impact is always some sort of dark capitalistic greed. That's what our show looks at. History on Drugs features a bunch of great content, including a look at the first opiate epidemic here in America. And it's not in recent times. It was after the Civil War, 160 years ago. We already knew the dangers of opiates. The newspapers already called it an epidemic. Tens of thousands of soldiers got addicted to morphine and opium in field hospitals, and for decades following the war, lived the life of an opiate addict, struggling, being pushed to the edge of society. We learned nothing. Did you know that the Nazis invented crystal meth to develop a super soldier? So they wouldn't have to eat, sleep, or drink, and they could just roll through for days in their tanks and the airplanes and the infantry and just plow through the Allies and the Western Front until it didn't work anymore. Imagine what those withdrawals were like when they started losing the war. Did you know that Queen Victoria, through merchants like the East India Tea Company, pushed tens of thousands of tons of opium on the Chinese people, creating generational addiction that changed their economy and the way they looked at the West until today? Did you know that Helen of Troy, on her global travels, discovered opium and brought it back to give to her soldiers? There's so many times in history where drugs have had a huge impact. So I hope you check out some of our episodes. You can visit our Instagram. It's history with a capital H _on capital O _drugs, capital D. That's our Instagram handle. We just launched it. And then you could find our podcast and the video cast on YouTube and everywhere podcasts are. So email us questions, ideas, any content ideas at historyondrugspodcast@gmail.com. My name's Sean, and I hope you'll check out some of our episodes.